When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free. And finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. Show me my favorites. Yes, live soccer. This is how easy it is to find my favorite content, all in one place. And for Xfinity Internet customers, it all starts at free with Xfinity Flex. This is a way better way to watch.
Learn how to get a great offer on Xfinity Internet. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply.
Welcome into Wager Talk TV. I am Drew Martin, joined by Kevin Dolan and Brian Leonard of WagerTalk.com. We're talking some Pac-12 football, the nightcap here on Saturday night. Kevin, we get Stanford and USC. We're seeing the Trojans minus 17-point home favorites. Looks like a total of 52 here. You liking anything late night on Saturday night, Kevin?
Yeah, I quite like the total here, Drew. You know, it's obviously hard not to be impressed with USC's performance against San Jose State last week. Albeit a game they were meant to win comfortably in, but, nonetheless, 416 yards of offense. They hung in that game against the Spartans. It was almost a deadbolt replica of their performance last year as a whole as well, where they averaged 416.7 yards per game on the season. So, those 8 returning offensive starters for the Trojans are settling into the season nicely here. Talking about offensive returning starters, though, we always kind of knew Stanford might struggle in that department a little this season. The Cardinals returned just 6 offensive starters, minus Davis Mills at quarterback as well, obviously. And it showed, out of time possession Kansas State by almost 6 minutes last week. Out-yarded them through the air as well. But, Jack West had an absolute clanger at quarterback, 2 interceptions, got sacked, and K-State made them pay on the scoreboard because of those mistakes. I think because of those, underlying stats here, I'm going to swerve the side completely and focus on that total. It does look a little low to me here at the current number. But as you said, it's starting to tick up now, and I do agree with that movement. Almost 33 minutes time of possession last week, just 7 points to show for it as well. You would have to think Stanford rectify that here with McKay at quarterback, and by the same token, if Stanford continue to be wide open through the middle here, like they were last week for that Juice Vaughn touchdown midway through the second quarter, you'd have to imagine USC will also get their fair share of points here as well. So, yeah, it's looking, I've seen over 51.5 for me. I like that between the Cardinals and Trojans this weekend, as I do expect both teams to put up points here in the Coliseum for Saturday.
Sure. Good stuff, Kevin. And Brian, coming to you next, we've seen on the graphics here, it opened 50.5. Now we're seeing 52 almost across the board. So there has been an uptick in the total, Brian. Also a little push here towards the Trojans at home. Are you liking anything in the Coliseum Saturday night?
Yeah, 16.5, 17.5 now is what we're looking at. And I made it 17.5. The last 2 times these teams played, they didn't play last year because of the COVID situation, but the line was an average of 4 points. Now it's 17.5. That's something I like to take a look at to see if there's been overaction on what has been played. Stanford looked bad last week. I had Stanford. It was one of my 2 losses last week. It was a bad pick on my part, and I knew it as soon as the line started moving. People were just lining up to bet against Stanford. I don't think it was bet on Kansas State. Hate to tell Kelly that, but it was a situation where people are looking to fade Stanford, and they give no reason to not fade them this week. But we're looking at a lot higher line than what we've seen recently out of these 2 teams. USC is a team that looked really good last week. Stanford, a team that looked terrible. So I don't like to lay numbers in that regard when you run into that situation, especially when history shows that this should be a lower, tighter game than what is showing. Lean Stanford, but can't get there. My 17.5, and that's right where it is. So I'm going to have to pass on this game.
All right, pass there in the Pac-12 from Brian. Guys, rivalry game of sorts, and we'll see if Stanford can bounce back or at least stay within the 17-point mark. So for Kevin Dolan, Brian Leonard, I am Drew Martin. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to check out WagerTalk.com. $2 Tuesday, each and every Tuesday. Top play from the top handicapper, discounted to just $2. Enjoy the late night action on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in.
If you love scratchers from the Virginia Lottery, you'll love the High Roller Blackjack Scratcher with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Look for it at your favorite Virginia Lottery retailer. In fact, you can drive there right now. Now that's an everyday win. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16. Winning comes in all shapes and sizes. It's different for everyone. One thing is certain. Every day there's an opportunity for a win. Just like scratchers from the Virginia Lottery. Everyday grab and go. Everyday giftable. Everyday fun. It's where anticipation meets instant gratification. Like the new Virginia Lottery Scratcher High Roller Blackjack with a chance to win up to 10 times your prize. Now, that's an everyday win. Drive to a retailer near you. Odds of winning any prize, 1 in 4.16.